Residents of the Brush Creek Towers apartments credit a plan that helped them safely escape a 3-alarm fire. You saw this as breaking news last night, but critics say there is still room for improvement. Mitch Weber learned the resident responsible likely faces eviction once he gets out of the hospital. Mitch?
Mark, the investigation is focused on whether his smoking led to the explosion of his multiple oxygen tanks. If so, he will be out and in debt for thousands in damages.
It was a huge explosion, and then there was a huge fire.
12 fire companies responded, along with 8 ambulances to assist.
There's a lot of people that cannot just get up and walk out.
Every resident has some type of disability, mentally or physically, so many could only wait for firefighters.
My number one concern is safety.
Since moving in, Mike Powell started questioning why residents with a mobility disability would be placed on a top floor. The Public Housing Resident Council Executive Director Edwin Lowndes explains, with government housing, there are more than 8,000 people on the waiting list.
So we can't deny someone housing just because it's on an upper floor, particularly if that individual says, I will live there.
You keep hearing this word, can't. And I'm a firm believer that where there's a will, there's a way.
The apartment is now a shell. Units next door and beneath, altogether 6 uninhabitable. The tower was built in the mid-70s before fire sprinklers were required for high-rises.
It's not something that we can go back in and retrofit cost-effectively. It's a concrete building.
But everyone agrees the Vial of Life voluntary program did work. Every person provides the Housing Council information on their disability, prescriptions, physician, and emergency contact.
So they could designate to how to deploy their staff and the fire personnel to make sure that everybody was evacuated.
It wasn't perfect, but it's a start.
In Kansas City, Missouri, Mitch Weber, 41 Action News.